as far as keeping up with it and searching out that, you have to think about this, okay? Give me a second to think about it myself, how I want to say this. But we haven't changed. People, we as a people have not changed. I'm not just saying Cherokees or just Indians. People in general have not changed. We still think the same way we did back then. What was I telling you? It's imagination that makes it all worthwhile. You know, it was imagination that come up with something. If you want to search something out, sure, you can do some research on it and you can talk to people on it, but it's using your imagination. Because like I said, we haven't changed. Our imagination is still the same. You know, the only thing that has changed, technology. That's it. All the stuff I do was technology. Whether it was starting a fire, that was one of the first technologies there is, if not the main one, starting a fire. You watch these TV shows on TV and you see these guys running around starting fires, you know, and wanting to make tools and such, you know, but heat. That is where it's at. You gotta have that heat, you gotta have that food. We're supposed to, I see these guys on TV, they go out and they want to kill something big, you know, they want to kill this or they want to kill that, you know. There's a lot of food out there you can eat. It's just right here on the ground, you know, all this grass, you know, you can eat that stuff right there, you know. It's all here. It's all here. And you have to eat that or your body doesn't work right, you know. Now, I will admit, you know, we used to put food back, you know, we actually put food back, but in the wintertime, I bet we had a very high carbohydrate diet, eating lots of meat. You know, because you don't get fresh greens. Our greens we got now are one thing that comes up early in the winter, or late in the winter, early in the spring, is a wild onion. And you eat that, it's a what we call an awot. It's a medicine. You eat that, you get a couple batches of that, and it cleans you out good. It's a fresh green that comes up early in the spring, while it's actually kind of still cold outside. But yeah, seek all that stuff out. We'll need it. We actually will. We are going to need that. You see a lot of people out here nowadays. I mean, I grew up, okay. My father had a job. He worked for the BIA, okay. But he was just a old country Indian. Lived out in the woods, ran through the woods. Didn't have parents. He didn't. He was an orphan. You know, so he was left up to his own devices. And that's where I learned a lot of stuff that I know. It was off my father and my brothers, you know, because naturally you teach your kids. But even though, like I said, he grew up and worked for the BIA, things like that, we still went out. We would go out and we'd go hunt, we'd go fish, we'd go gather. You know, our mom was that way too, naturally. You know, she grew up out in the sticks herself. And she knew all them old dishes. So I grew up eating that way. Nowadays, my kids don't so much as I do. You know, and it's just instilled in me when, you know, in the, like I said, late winter, early spring, I still got to get onions. You know, I still got to go get this. When this comes up, I go get it. When poke salad comes up, I go get it. When Coach Ann's there, Coach Ann goes raw all year round. You can get that anytime. What we call hot dog, when that comes up, it's real nutritious too. Mushrooms, I can't help it. It's just instilled in me that when I see it, I pick it. You know. But word about mushrooms, don't just eat any mushroom. You have to know them, but there's a lot of them out there that you can eat. There's a bunch of them out there that you can eat. My wife, we were watching TV the other day, my wife looks at me and she says, huh? She said, look at that, wishy, you know, they were selling them things. They had little one, you know, what I consider little ones, you know, about this big. They sold that thing for about $250. And my wife said, dang, I didn't know we was eating that good. I said, oh yeah. Uh-huh.
That is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for a mushroom.
And they grow around here.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I found them things this big before.
Yeah, that should be good. You can do that. Just start selling mushrooms online.
I'm going to eat them. But I will give them away. You know, it's not. I usually don't sell stuff like that.
Yeah.
if somebody sees it, especially around here. Elders, when I get old, I want to show some boy how to get these mushrooms and where they grow and what to look for, and have them bring me wishy like I do people around here. If they're elderly and they can't get out, but I know they want mushrooms and I know they crave that food like I'm going to, I want to show somebody so it just keeps getting passed on. Same way with hunting, okay? Getting back to that hunting we talked about. When you're a hunter, that actually means something else, okay? Being a hunter and being a warrior, okay? All of our clans, our 7 clans, everybody in there, even though they were known for certain things, they're all warriors. Every one of them is a warrior. Every one of them's a hunter, okay? But they're there for the good of the tribe itself, okay? The good of the town, they're put there for that. Okay, when you're at that age, when you go hunting and you bring back food, okay, you're not feeding yourself, okay? You're feeding the whole tribe. You are, as a hunter, feeding young ones and old ones who cannot feed themselves. When you are a warrior, you're taking care of young ones and old ones that can't take care of themselves. But as you know, when you take game, we should actually be thankful for it, and I ask people this all the time, I'll say, how many people are, I'll ask a crowd of people, I'll say, how many of you all pray before you eat? That's something we've got away from, People don't pray before they eat, giving thanks to Noel for feeding us, letting us eat, That's actually, to me, eating is a very sacred thing. Because, there's people out there that don't get to eat, and it doesn't take that much, Wado, it's easy to say. Wado, thank you. But when you give that thanks, when you pray, and you're not really, when I pray, that's what I say, I don't really pray for myself, I pray for other people, I pray for everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. I'll pray for them. When I'm saying, ooh, heap blessings on me, heap blessings. I'm not doing that. When I'm saying, watch out for everybody. Watch out for this world, because you know how this world is. You know what it's turning into, and it's fighting back. We've done some damage to it, and it just finally put up with it. It was timid, but it's fighting back, and it can get vicious if it wants to. But pray for the world. Pray for all the people that's in the world. Because, words are real strong. When he blew life into us, we still breathe that same air he blew into us, okay? And so that, how strong it was, it brought us to life. And so, with that being said, when you speak to people, you should speak kind words to them, because that same power that come into us and brought us to life comes back out as words. Those are strong. Words are real strong. You should always be nice to people. Now, that's my word for the day. I'd like to tell everybody that. I'll quit preaching now. Okay. But that is a good way to be. Well, with that, I want to say, don't go honey. I should say. Don't go honey. Everybody. I'll see you again. Until we meet again, is how you say it, because we don't actually say goodbye. That no native tribe says goodbye. We say, we'll see you again. No, if not here, no. Up there, we'll see each other again.